Hi guys, welcome to my channel Cooking Diaries. Today I'm going to show you how to make pumpkin roll. It's easier than you think. If you follow the recipe as I show in this video, you will be able to make the perfect, beautiful pumpkin roll that's filled with all the fall flavors that we love. And it has this silky smooth cream cheese frosting inside. That's so good guys. So without further delay, let's get started. First, to make our pumpkin roll cake, we would need 3/4 of a cup of all-purpose flour. This is 90 grams. 1 cup of regular sugar. This is 200 grams. 2/3 of a cup of pumpkin puree. Not the pumpkin pie filling guys. This is the real pumpkin puree. 3 large eggs. Half a teaspoon of baking soda. Half a teaspoon of baking powder. 1 teaspoon of cinnamon powder. Half a teaspoon of allspice powder. 1/4 of a teaspoon of ground ginger powder, 1/4 of a teaspoon of nutmeg that I am going to grate fresh, 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So first here in a mixing bowl I am going to add all of my dry ingredients. For nutmeg I am going to grate it fresh. It makes a ton of difference with the flavor guys. We would need about 1/4 of a teaspoon of ground nutmeg. Next I am going to give it a good whisk. Now we are going to move on to our wet ingredients. Next I have my stand mixer here with whisk attachment. You could certainly do this with your hand and a whisk as well. Now to this I am going to add my 3 whole eggs. Next I am going to add the sugar and whisk it until the eggs and sugar are mixed well and our eggs start to turn light in color and increase a little bit in the volume. Once our eggs start to look like this, we are going to add the pumpkin puree and vanilla. Now give it one more mix. Alright, we are done with our whisk for now. Next we are going to add our dry ingredients to the wet and fold it in using a spatula. Mix it just until combined. Don't try to overmix the flour. Next I have 10 by 15 baking sheet lined with some parchment paper and I also spread some cooking spray on top of it so that when we bake this cake it doesn't stick to it. So now I'm going to pour all of this batter into this pan. This is a very thin batter guys, so we are going to use every single drop of it. Once you pour all of it into a baking sheet or baking pan, try to level it to the best of your ability. It is going to bake for very little time, so we want the cake to be as even as possible. We don't want cake to be fluffy and thick on one end and just a very thin on the other side. So try your best to spread this batter evenly across the pan so that we have a uniform sheet cake once it is baked and ready. And I also want to mention that it's very important to have your baking sheet lined with parchment paper and greased well. Otherwise you are not going to have a functional cake. It is going to stick all over and it's not going to come out well. It's going to be a big mess. Trust me on this guys. Put that parchment paper and grease it and it's going to be much easier to bake and get that cake out of the pan. Once you get all the batter into the pan and it is relatively even, try to gently tap it to get rid of any of the excess air bubbles that are there. Now we are going to bake this at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for about 13 to 15 minutes. Once baked, when you touch the cake it should spring back. That's how you would know that the cake got baked properly. While our cake is getting baked, I have a thin, clean kitchen towel here. I'm going to dust it well with the powdered sugar all over it. Once baked, we are going to invert the cake on top of this kitchen towel. This is all going to make sense in a minute, but for now we are going to have our kitchen towel dusted with powdered sugar and be ready by the time our cake gets baked and come out of the oven. Alright, here we have it guys, my cake baked beautifully. Now what we're going to do is take this at the edge of this kitchen towel and gently try to flip it so that the cake comes on top of our kitchen towel. The cake came out of that baking pan easily because of that parchment paper and that greasing that we have done. If you don't do it, then it won't be as easy as this. Now slowly peel off that parchment paper I'm going to turn this around and we are going to fold this cake or roll this cake with kitchen towel in it. What this does is basically while the cake cools down, it tries to have this memory that it has to roll back into the shape. So slowly and gently, without applying too much of a pressure, try to roll this as tight as you can. Now once rolled, we are going to let this cool down. While this is cooling down, we are going to go ahead and make our cream cheese frosting. Next, to make our cream cheese frosting, we would need 8 ounces of cream cheese, 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter, 1 cup of powdered sugar. If you want to flavor the frosting, you could add a teaspoon of vanilla as well. Here I have my stand mixer again along with the whisk attachment. I am going to add both softened room temperature cream cheese along with the butter. Now I'm going to mix them until they are combined well and it forms into a nice soft fluffy paste. Scrape the bowl in between so that we make sure that all of the cream cheese and butter are mixed really well. Now mix it again. Once I notice that the cream cheese and the butter are mixed well and they are nice and smooth, I'm going to sift the 1 cup of powdered sugar into it. Now let the mixer go again to get the sugar mixed into the cream cheese and butter mixture as well. There we have it guys, our silky smooth and creamy cream cheese frosting is ready. Alright, my cake has been cooled down completely guys, so let's open it up. Nice. So now we are going to add our cream cheese frosting onto it. We are going to add all of that frosting that we made. I'm going to switch to offset spatula because it's easier to spread all of that frosting on the cake with it. So slowly try to spread all of that frosting all over the cake into an even layer. And once we're able to spread that frosting all over the cake in an uniform layer, now we're going to roll the cake back. This time I'm going to roll it without the towel in it. Again, with a gentle touch, try to roll it as tight as possible. Once we roll the cake, we are going to wrap it up in a plastic wrap. I'm going to roll it back into that kitchen towel. Now we are going to let this chill in the fridge for at least 1 to 2 hours. We're just trying to get that frosting nice and set. Once it is set, we would be able to cut the pieces nice and clean. Otherwise, if you try to cut it now, the cake is going to just fall apart. So I'll see you guys in a couple hours. Okay guys, once the frosting is completely set, let's unwrap the cake. Now first we are going to trim both of our edges. So using a serrated knife, try to cut it. These are going to be cook's treats. Alright guys, it's time for a taste test. That sweet and tangy cream cheese frosting and the pumpkin cake with all the fall flavors. It's delicious, it's absolutely amazing guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Give this recipe a try and let me know how you guys like it in the comment section below. Give me a thumbs up and make sure to hit the subscribe button so that I can see you in another video. Until then, bye!